Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for match week number 2 of the 25-26 Scottish Premiership season. And wow. Week 1 had 13 goals in match week 1. Quite an unbelievable start to the season, it has to be said. There were a couple of 2-2s in there. There was obviously home wins for Hearts, home wins for Celtic, a draw between Motherwell and Rangers, and an away win for the Hibees against Dundee. So how will we get on in match week number 2? Well, we have 3 games on Saturday and 3 games on Sunday, obviously due to European participation. So we will get straight into it. Get your predictions down in the comments. Big thank you to Reese and Shane O'Donnell for getting their predictions in the last video. I do appreciate it. But we are here for match week number 2, and it starts with an all championship affair. Sorry, all Premier League affair. Yes, second place Livingston versus first place Falkirk from last season. Like, I'm only joking. It's obviously the Premiership this season. Both of these sides 2-2 in the last games. Livingston drawing 2-2 against Kilmarnock, coming back from 2 goals down against Killie. Look, I've got to say, to go 2-0 down, a Livingston team maybe in the past maybe goes and probably loses that, maybe goes and loses that 3-4-0, but the character for the team to come back, and you could obviously hear what David Martindale was saying. You could obviously hear what he said. It was a very, very good comeback. And yes, I know people will talk about obviously the red card to Stanger. I think that if we're being honest, there is a little bit of pulling from Muirhead. I do think there is a little bit of pulling from Muirhead, and obviously Stanger brings him down, and penalty is given, and then Robbie Muirhead, ex Kilmarnock, of course, scores the opening goal for Livingston, and then Scott Pittman getting the equaliser as well. And I thought it was a tale of two sides really. Two halves, I should say, because I thought Kilmarnock had the better of the first half, definitely had the better of the first half, but definitely Livingston had the better of the second half. So a 2-2 draw is a very fair result, and they could have won it at the end. Falkirk as well, welcome back to the Premiership. 2-2 against Dundee United, and I've got to say, I really like what you did against Dundee United. There were so many great pieces of play, to say the very, very least. I thought especially Dylan Tate in that first goal basically makes the first goal. Starts from him, goes down the right hand side, and it's a fantastic finish. Fantastic finish into the top corner. No goalkeeper would have saved that. And then all of a sudden as well, they were 2-1 down for a wee bit, and then they get back into 2-2. And yes, it is very, very fortunate. Does deflect into the back of the net, but you make your own luck. You make your own luck when you come here, and as well. And that's, I think, 2-2 for that for both promoted teams to come into this league and get 2-2 draws. I think is a very, very good result, to say the very, very least. So now full credit to both Livingston and Falkirk for 2 very, very good performances against 2 very good teams as well. But they do meet at the Set Fair Arena. Last season, Livingston took a maximum, well, not a maximum, but they took 10 points from a possible 12 against Falkirk. 3 wins and a draw. So Livingston definitely do have the upper hand when it comes to playing Falkirk. How do I see it going? Well, hopefully we start with a win. Falkirk will do very, very well to get that performance from the week against Dundee United. They'll feel that they can get a performance in there. But I'm going to back my boys. I'm going to back my team. And I am going to go Livingston 2, Falkirk 1. I think that Livingston will win this game, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the Livy Lions. Get your thoughts in the comments. St Mirren against Motherwell. Oh, St Mirren. So close to holding the champions of Scotland to a 0-0 draw. In the end, Luke McCowan's winner was the better of the two. But I've got to say, from watching the highlights in that game, St Mirren are a well organised side under Stephen Robinson. They've always been a good side under Stephen Robinson, but I thought they were really, really organised in this one, and very, very unfortunate to lose in the end. But Shamal George, I thought, had a very, very good debut in the St Mirren goal as well. So yeah, you've got to say it was a very, very good performance from St Mirren. Very unlucky to lose, and they're back in front of their home fans as well. And I think many people will think, yeah, St Mirren, tough team, very, very well organised, and obviously took a couple of deflections in the goal, didn't it? The Luke McCowan winner, but no, fair play to St Mirren. Played really well. Played well on the counter as well. Whenever they countered Celtic, they did give them a few wee headaches, and I think that's a very, very good way to go about it. I think St Mirren did really well against Celtic. Very unlucky to lose. Motherwell will feel. I don't know if anyone else feel this, but I think they'll feel a little bit hard done by it that they didn't take all 3 points against Rangers. I thought they were the much better team. I know they went 1-0 down. Like, I think Paul McGinn, he knows, doesn't he? He knows you basically don't play that out for a corner. All he has to do is basically play into row Z. What does he do? Basically, the goalkeeper plays the ball, plays it out for a corner, and that's obviously Rangers scored from, because obviously James Tavernier got the header in there. But credit to Motherwell, they actually played really, really well, and Longello got the equaliser as well. And again, it's a pinball in the Rangers box, but Longello was there to capitalise. And I actually thought Motherwell were the better team. I thought they were. You obviously heard what Russell Martin said after the game. They were much more hungry, and I thought they were really, really good in that game as well. So yeah, tough one to call this one. St Mirren was coming off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Celtic. Motherwell coming off the back of a 1-1 draw with Rangers, and obviously still loads of speculation about Lennon Miller. Wasn't involved against Rangers. Will he be involved this weekend? Time will tell. Time will tell. I don't know if he will be involved, to be honest with you, but we'll see. How do I see it going? I just think St Mirren back at in front of their home fans. I think they'll be wanting to get a win. So I'm going to go St Mirren 2, Motherwell 0. Going to go for a home win in this one. And now we have Rangers against Dundee. Well, Rangers. Fair play to Rangers, actually, I've got to say. 3-0 against Victoria Pilsen last night. Really, really impressive result. That one. Getting ever so closer to that Champions League. Getting ever so closer to that Champions League. But I guess Motherwell, look, they did take the lead. As I said, James Tavernier did get the opening goal. But after that, I thought Motherwell really came into the game. I thought they were much, much of the better side, as I've already said. One bit of magic, I think, as well from Gassima. I think Gassima is going to be a real fan's favourite, to be honest with you. And obviously they've got Oliver Antman as well, Finnish international striker, and he looks really, really good, I've got to say. But Rangers back in front of their home fans again at Dundee against Ibrox, and they'll be hoping to bounce back from a disappointing result. I think it has to be said against Motherwell. Dundee, well, 2 really sloppy goals against Hibernian. Let's be honest. First one, ball comes into the box, and Dundee defenders just don't know what to do with it. One clears it off the other, goes to Kieran Bowie, and Kieran Bowie, fantastic strike into the bottom left-hand corner. And then the second one is just a carbon copy. Cross into the box, defence don't know what to do. Goalkeeper gets in no man's land, goes to Kieran Bowie, and it is 2-0. And then, obviously they did get the goal later on as well. They did miss Simon Murray. Be interesting to see if he makes this game. Will be very, very interesting to see if he makes this game, won't he? Yeah, I think a lot of people are probably expecting Dundee to struggle this season, and if you defend like that, yeah, you're in for a lot of trouble. And actually, Hibs really should have had more goals, if I'm being honest. 15 attempts, I think they had, to I think Dundee's 2. So yeah, and they defended really, really deeply as well. So you can't do that against the Old Firm, but we'll see what happens in this one. But yeah, for me, Rangers Dundee, home Ibrox, capacity crowd. Really, I can only see one winner in this, and I think Rangers go away really comfortable winners here. Rangers 3, Dundee nil. Now we move into the Sunday games, sorry, I should say, and we have Aberdeen against Celtic. Yeah, Aberdeen, I've got to say, were very poor against Hearts. Really, really poor. In fact, funnily enough, if you had said to me the season before, it would have took Hearts 12 matches to get their first win, 21st of October, to Aberdeen getting their first win on the opening day of the season, and then vice versa, Hearts get their first win of the opening day. Yeah, you would have been very, very silly to say that, but yeah, Aberdeen, very poor performance, I've got to say. Yengi up front, look, it was his debut, had a couple of chances. One, he should really put the ball in the back of the net. There's no questions about it. One where it basically comes off him and goes onto the post. I think he will have better days. I think he will have better days. This is obviously the brother of Teti Yengi at Livingston as well. So, yeah, look, Aberdeen definitely need to improve as well. Really glaring stat, though, to go into this. They've only won 5 out of their last 25 league games, Aberdeen. So that is not good form at all. And it's very alarming. Very, very alarming. And I do worry for them where the goals are coming from at the moment. A little bit of a lack of creativity, so I think they may have to maybe pop into the market and try and get a creative player, and try and get obviously a striker. Celtic, well, big news for them. They've signed Jamai Pusey, I think, from Manchester City on a season-long loan, so he'll probably come into this game as well. Look, Celtic basically barked, but were basically going on throwing the kitchen sink in at some minute, and they finally got the goal, didn't they? But I've got to say, there will be more games like that. I think more teams will really frustrate the Old Firm. And play like that. As I said, I thought St Mirren played very, very well, and it was just a case of Celtic just keep on going, and then obviously they managed to get that goal as well. So yeah, misfire in Aberdeen against Celtic, who are, well, they did manage to get the win against St Mirren, let's put it that way, but I can only really see a Celtic win in this one, and I'm going to go Aberdeen 0, Celtic 2. Now we have Dundee United against Hearts, Jim Goodwin against Derek McInnes. And I've got to say, both of these sides played very well on the opening day. Craig Sibbald, really good performance from him. Ex Falkirk, of course. He lined up the first goal for Dundee United, and it was a very, very good finish. And then they've got a very, very good player, Chapanowski, on the left hand side. Can't remember who finished it, but really, really good play from Dundee United forwards. Defensively, they are a little bit suspect, I will say. I do think they are a little bit suspect at the back, but very, very good performance from Dundee United at Falkirk. And they'll feel little bit hard done by that they didn't get all 3 points in that one. But look, I think it's a very good start for Jim Goodwin. But very good start for Hearts, and they needed it. It was a very, very good performance against Aberdeen. I really like the look of. I've said it for a wee while now. Braga in the middle of the park. He looks a really, really good player. They've obviously got Lawrence Shankland again, which is really, really good to see. What a goal, by the way. I know it was offside. It was a real, real shame it was offside, because if it wasn't offside, it was probably one of the goals of the season. Catches it on his chest, and it's an absolute bullet into the back of the net. Unfortunately, he was slightly offside, to say the very, very least. But no, look, I think Hearts played really, really well against Aberdeen, and that's what you want. That is what you want. And I think the attacking football that Derek McInnes is wanting to play, you could quite clearly see what they were doing. There were a lot of balls down the wings, especially to Milne and Kingsley. I thought they were really really good. Then defensively, you also had Halkett, you had Findlay in there as well, and obviously Findlay got the second goal, didn't they? So really really good performance from Hearts. This one, tough one. Ton of dice. Obviously, Dundee United back at home. Hearts will be obviously wanting to, get a second win. And I think they will. I think they will get the second win. I'm going to go Dundee United 1, Hearts 2 in this one. And the final game to preview and predict is Hibernian against Kilmarnock. This is a really, really good wee test for Dave Gray. Got to say, Hibs deserved the winners of Dundee. 15 shots, should have had a lot more goals. Kieran Bowie, he looks like he could be ready to fill the void of obviously past Hibs strikers. He looks a really, really good player, doesn't he? He looks like he's going to be able to score goals as well. To be honest, Martin Boyle terrorised that Dundee defence. Absolutely terrorised. And Jordan Obita down the left hand side, he terrorised the Dundee right back, didn't he? So, no, a very good one for Hibs. However, I don't think it would be ever saying this, but Hibs have confirmed the signing of Grant Hanley. Yes, 34-year-old Grant Hanley. What are my thoughts? Well, it's an experienced player. Let's put it that way. I'm not one of his biggest fans. Let's put it that way. Whenever I've seen him play for Scotland, I don't think he's been great. Just to tell you the very very truth, but he'll do a job for Hibs. He will do a job for Hibs. I shouldn't be laughing. It's a good signing. It's a good signing. Let me put it that way. Kilmarnock. Yeah. Tale of two halves for me, as I said in the game against Livingston. First half, really good. Polworth, really good play. I think it was Daniels that got the opening goal. Was very, very good. To be honest, Liam Polworth was a thorn in Livingston's side. I thought Jamie Brandon down the right-hand side looked really, really good as well. Kilmarnock are a good side. Obviously, we'll be without Stanger, who did get that sending off as well. And I think the one thing you can say about Kilmarnock is that Kettlewell wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with the red card decision. And I can kind of agree with him because obviously Muirhead was starting the pooling, but I think if you look at it, again, Stanger's definitely got a hold of Muirhead, and it does continue, unfortunately. But no, like Kilmarnock, I think they are a good side, and they will be a very good side, to tell the truth. But going to Easter Road, I think Hibs have a very, very good chance of doing well this season, and especially if they do well at Easter Road. And I can really only see a Hibs win in this one. I'm going to go Hibs 2, Kilmarnock 0. So there we go. There are my match predictions for week 2 of the Scottish Premiership season for the 25-26 season. I will go through my predictions very, very quickly. So I've gone Livingston 2, Falkirk 1, St Mirren 2, Motherwell 0, Rangers 3, Dundee 0, Aberdeen 0, Celtic 2, Dundee United 1, Hearts 2, and Hibernian 2, Kilmarnock 0. So that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. There's no games next week in the Premiership, but there will be in the Premier Sports Cup, and there will be a video as well. So I will bring that out very, very shortly. But please hit the like button. Please hit that subscribe button. As I said, I'm bringing more Scottish football content to this channel. And hopefully you enjoy the football this weekend. If you are going to any games, do let me know. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.